All right, can you guess what we're doing today? Just by looking at your desk and what you have in front of you.
La matemática.
Monday?
La matemática.
Yeah, we are going to be doing math. Let me show them what we have. Yes, it is some math. And what do you usually do when you use this?
When we use this, we like we're gonna put like a number. Then we gonna put the number here. We gonna have to put the number here.
So you can add or do, what else?
So subtract.
Or subtract. Good job. Yes. So today we're going to add and subtract. There's something, there's 3 different methods that I'm going to show you that you're going to use to add and subtract up to 20. Okay. So we're going to start by adding on a 10 frame. So I don't have the same thing that you have on your desk, so I'm going to make my own 10 frame. Okay, now I'm going to use the number 10 plus 6 equals blank, because we're going to determine what that equals, okay? Now, I know that my top 10 frame is a total of 10, so I'm going to fill it up with 10 circles. And I'm going to now look at my second 10 frame and fill that up with 6. You already know the answer. Okay, save it, okay? Okay, so I'm going to fill up the second one with 6. You see what I have there? So now I know that 10 plus 5 is what?
10 plus
10 plus 5.
10 plus 5 equals
You can tell me in Spanish.
15.
15. Yeah, I know that 10 plus 5 is 15. And then I add one more that equals what?
16.
16. Good job. Just like that. Wasn't that quick? Now, I am going to show you another way that we can figure out what 10 plus 6 is. The other way that I have is using a number line. You've seen a number line before too. So if I'm adding, I'm going to start with 10 because my number is 10 plus 6. So I'm going to start with 10 right here. And all I'm going to do is a big jump. And I know that if I add 5, that equals how much again?
15.
15. And then all I have to do is add one more, which equals 16. Okay, so I know that 10 plus 6, because we had 5 and 1, that's 6, equals 16. That's another way that you can add, okay? And for our last example, we're going to do it in our head, what you do in class. So when you're adding, you get your big number in your head, you go 10, 10 in your head, and then you count to you count up 6 times and tell me what you get.
So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So your answer is?
16.
Good job, 16. That was quick. You got that done quick. Now, we're going to use the same 3 methods, but this time instead of adding, we are going to subtract, okay? So again, I'm going to start with my base 10 frames. You shouldn't be writing anything right now. Not yet. I'm going to start with mine. You already have yours, so you don't need to write anything. Okay, now we can go ahead and what we're going to do is, let's see, what number should we do? I want to subtract 16 minus 6. So I'm going to do 16 minus 6 equals blank. So let's go ahead and fill up our 10 frames. We're going to do 16 total. we know that this full one is how many?
10.
10. So then all we have to do is 6 more down here. And now go ahead and do it on yours, the one that you have on the desk. Okay, good job. And now when we're subtracting 6, are we gonna add more to it?
No.
No, we're gonna do what?
Take away.
Take away. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm subtracting 6. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to do the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And what are we left with?
10.
10. So do you know that a 10 frame is 10? Just like that. Good job. I like your work that you did there. Okay, now guess what? We're going to do the same subtraction problem, but this time we're going to be using, can you take a wild guess?
Hmm?
Can you take a wild guess?
We're going to be using
A number line.
the number.
So we're doing 16 minus 6. So I'm going to start with 16 right here. Before we started right here because we were adding, right? But now we're going to subtract. So we're going to go backwards. I'm going to start with 16. And I'm doing 16 minus 6 goes blank. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 because that's easy for me to subtract minus 5. Because I know that if I subtract 5 from here, all that's left is, oh, you know what? No, there's an easier way, sorry. I just made a mistake. There's, wait, did we have 16 minus 6? 16 minus 6. No. Yes, I was heading towards the right direction. I was right. But instead of doing minus 5, this is what's easier. I'm going to do minus 1 because I know if I subtract 1 from 16, I have how many left?
15.
15, that's right. Now, let's go back to what I said earlier. Now it's easy for me to subtract how much from here?
6.
Not 6, because we already subtracted 1 from 6. What's left if I subtract 1 from 6? Mira aquí.
15.
No, not 15. No más este solo.
5.
Yeah, 5. So now if I do minus 5, I am left with
10.
10. See that? And now we're going to do it in our head. So if you have 16 and you want to subtract 6, in your head you have 16 and you say, okay, if I subtract 6, what are you left with?
So subtract 6. We're gonna have 9.
10 plus what equals 6?
10 plus
I'm sorry, 10 plus what equals 16?
6.
Plus 6. So 16 minus what equals 10?
16 is what? 6.
If 10 plus 6 equals 16, 16 minus what equals 10? Oh, sorry. 16 minus 6 will equal what?
10.
Yes, 10. Good job. This is also like a fact family, right? I know you guys are doing fact families in class now. This is a fact family because none of the numbers change. They all stay the same. We have an addition 1, and then to subtract, we have our biggest number first. And then we subtract 6 equals 10. Good job. Okay, so now that you have learned to use all 3 methods to subtract and add up to 20, we're gonna do an independent practice to see your understanding of the lesson. So now for the rest of the time, I am going to have the student do a quizzes game. And I actually have it on my laptop, on my computer. So I'm going to stop recording, but I'm gonna allow him to finish that up. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Before he does the quizzes game, I'm gonna ask him to go ahead and do a subtraction and addition problem using whichever 3 methods he wants. So now, Emmanuel, using with whatever 3 methods we use today, so you can use the 10 frames, you can use a number line that you have here, or you can use your head. I want you to come up with an equation problem. So think of an equation problem you want to do.
Should I take or?
Whichever one you want. What do you want to do first? Okay, write it down right here so I can see it.
So much of the 10 frame or?
Do the equation problem. So you know how I had 10 plus 6? You come up with your own.
Oh.
Okay, and now, so what he came up with was 10 plus 9 equals blank. Now use whichever one you want, one of the 3 methods, the number line, 10 frames, or your brain to come up with the answer.
Brain.
Your brain? Go ahead.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
What's your answer?
19.
Good job. So he used his brain and he put 10 in his head and then counted up 9 to get his total. Now we're going to use these dice so it can give you a number that you can subtract. Ready? Let's see. Here, go ahead and roll both of these. He's going to roll 2 dice at a time. Ooh, that was a little easy. He got 3 minus 2. What's 3 minus 2?
What?
Minus 2.
Oh, minus?
Oh, okay. No, let's write down 3 minus 2 on your board. We'll go ahead and do it. And then now you have 3 methods. You can do it in your head. You can use your 10 frames or your number line to solve 3 minus 2. Which one are you going to use? Okay. What are you left with?
What?
Okay, write it down on your board because that's your answer. Let me show them what you've got. And he used the 10 frame for that. He drew his 3 circles, subtracted 2, and he had 1 left. So I would just have the students continue to do this. This is fun for them to do. Okay, go ahead. And now for the rest of the time, he's going to do a quizzes that I have set up for him. So I'm going to stop recording.